Welcome back, YouTubers. My name is Natalka, and you have found Cooking with Natalka. And I'd like to welcome you all to my channel. And today, for our recipe, I'm going to be making a garlic shrimp and scallop pasta. Now, I know how busy lives get, and making quick meals is sometimes really hard to do. And it's tiring when you're working all day, come home, you have to cook for your family. So, I'm hoping this is going to be a very quick and easy recipe that is under a half hour to make. So, hopefully. Okay, that also means at the end of this video, I'm not going to do my normal ending because once it's cooked, I don't want to let it get cold. I'm going to go and eat it right away. So, I'm going to tell you all that wonderful stuff now. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell so you never miss out on a video when I upload them. And thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel. I hope you love this recipe today. So let's get to it. Let's start making dinner. And once that's done, I'll see you guys all for my next video. All right, to get started, I'm gonna get my pasta water ready. So I have a small pot, medium pot. I'm going to add some chicken stock to it, give it all a little mix, put the lid on, and wait for it to boil. While I'm waiting for my pasta water to boil, I have 2 tablespoons of butter in a pan with about a tablespoon of oil. I'm going to put in a 1/4 cup of finely diced onions, 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, a 1/2 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, and a sprinkle of parsley. Cook that down for about a minute or so. Then you're going to put your shrimp in the pan. I've already taken all the little tails off the shrimp, and I'm putting in about 15 of them. You can put in as many as you want. Same as the seasoning. You can use whatever seasoning you want to use. All right, so my water is boiling. I'm adding my pasta into it. I'm using gluten-free spaghettini, I think it is, that I'm using. So I'm going to cook my pasta. While that's cooking, I'm going to go back to the shrimp. I'm going to flip them all over. And you're only cooking the shrimp until they all turn pink. You don't want to overcook them. So as soon as both sides are pink, then you're going to remove them from your pan, put them in a bowl. Do not clean out your pan. You're just going to keep using this. You're not even going to take it off the stove. Next, you're going to add 1 cup of heavy cream to your shrimp pan, and you're going to give that all a mix. Now remember, you've already seasoned the shrimp, so all those seasonings are still in your pan, and you're mixing them into your cream. You're also going to slowly mix in 3/4 cups to roughly about a cup of finely grated parmesan. You don't have to add that much if you don't want to. If you don't like that taste, you can add just a little bit. It's completely up to you. All right, while you're waiting for your sauce to simmer, don't forget to check on your pasta. While you're waiting for everything to cook, you can make some garlic bread if you want. While I was at the store this week, I got this gigantic loaf of French bread, so I'm just going to cut off a piece. I also got a little tub of garlic butter, and I'm going to use that for on it, and I'm going to make garlic toast. Or garlic bread. Now, before anybody goes on a rant about how I am making gluten-free pasta and then I go and make garlic bread, I am not gluten-free. I just like the taste of gluten-free pasta because it makes me feel less bloated. So it's not a gluten-free thing. It's just that I like gluten-free pasta, and I also really like French bread. So I'm going to make this. All right, so my oven is set to 350, and I'm going to put my garlic bread in the oven for probably about 10 minutes or so, if that, might be even less, just until the butter is melted and it's all toasted. Back to the stovetop. So I'm adding a little bit of pasta water into my sauce. The reason being that, for one, it's going to add a little bit of starch into the cream. And remember, I did put chicken stock in the pasta water, so it's going to add some extra flavoring to your sauce. Also, I am adding more Old Bay. After tasting the sauce, I feel like it needed a little bit more, so I'm adding roughly 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of Old Bay. I'm also going to add 2 more tablespoons of butter to it. I like the butter in it. I don't know, it gives it a little something extra, and I'm using salted butter, so it's adding some salt in there too. All right, so mix up your sauce. The pasta should be almost done. I'm going to just save about a cup of pasta water, maybe half a cup, so that I can use it to keep mixing it into my sauce. I am adding a little bit more pasta water into my sauce. I'm also going to finish adding the Parmesan into it. I'm going to give it all a mix, add a little bit more pasta water, and then I'm going to just let this come to a simmer. While the sauce is simmering, my husband has a very hot pan sitting on the stovetop ready with some bacon grease in it, and he is putting the scallops into the pan, and he's going to sear them. Now he's searing them in bacon fat or bacon grease, and he's just going to add a little bit of salt and pepper on them, and he's going to sear them for about 30 seconds on each side. While he's doing that, I am adding the pasta into the sauce. I'm just going to toss it and make sure the pasta is fully covered. I'm also going to add the shrimp into the pasta and start plating it while the scallops finish cooking. All right, so my goal of making this under a half hour was very ambitious. With prep time, cooking it, plating it, in total, it was roughly about 45 minutes to make everything. So not bad. It's still under an hour, but it wasn't under a half hour. That's okay. So my husband now is placing the scallops ever so gently onto his pasta, and we're going to go and enjoy our dinner. Thanks for watching today.